What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Fighthype Ring IV Night of Champions face to face. I'm here with both your main event fighters, Ghostin Asakura versus Ashton Sylve. So,
Yo,
we're gonna do a few
Yo,
introductions between the two. So, first off, we have the B side, the IBF light heavyweight champion of the world right now. He is Ghostin Asakura,
what's good?
and to the right of me, he is the current WBC and WBA light heavyweight champion of the world. He is Ashton Sylve.
that's me.
All right. So we have a clash between two kings in this era of fight hype. So let's see what we can talk about. So one of the first questions I have for both of you guys, we'll start off with the B side, Ghostin. So Ghostin, how's Campman?
You know, I know this guy in front of me. He's training all day for this fight. I'm just chilling, sipping some beer, hitting vapes. I don't take this fight serious because I know I'm gonna be Ashton. Like I don't have to train for this.
All right. Now, same question for the A side, Ashton Sylve.
Cam's been going good. I'm extremely confident. Feel like I'm gonna knock him out. I don't really see no competition. I'm looking him in his eyes. I see a scared young man.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I see a scared young man in front of my face.
All right.
You know, I could have sworn that you were telling me not to accept this fight. You didn't want to fight me.
Mm,
All right.
Ghosting.
So the next question I have for both of you guys is that this word or this sentence has been spread around Conquer and Fight Hype for a bit of time now since we've seen this reign. We've heard the words be said that you're taking this for my family. What does it mean to you, to your family's legacy for each fighter, for the Asakura family and the So family? Same thing with the B side.
You know, I, you know, um, this will be the first ever undisputed fight hype champion in this era will be crowned in this fight. So, that's already a legacy on its own. You know, I've been training hard. It took me a lot of time to get here where it took me a lot of time to get where I was. And, I feel like I'm in my prime right now, even with no training. I personally think Ashton, he's going to start running when we're in the ring because he haven't fought a fighter like me before. And he knows it too. He has fought bums his entire career. I fought my last three all comp. I don't know about Ashton.
All right. So the same question for the A side. Once again, Ashton. What do you think of those words that I said? You're taking this for my family. What do you think of those?
He is trying to take this from my family, my Sylve legacy, what I built from the ground up. I have to end him. I will end him. Think he got to like round 9. I'll let him run for a little bit. I'm gonna just outclass him. This is gonna be a master class.
So, yeah, Ashton, going on a little bit more to add on to that question. So, what does this mean to your family's legacy, the Sylvester family? What does this mean?
This is everything. This is everything from me and my Sylve brothers. I do this for Tank, do this for Xavier, Coco, Proud, Samuel. Do this for all of them. This is
Yeah.
for my family, my training partners who training with me, getting the work in. I have to KO them. It's a must. I will get it done tomorrow night.
So, Ashton, speaking of Tank, Tank is also fighting on this card and will be, I think, possibly fighting for a
IBF.
belt. Yeah, IBF championship of the world. So this, I think, if I'm not wrong, will be the all time that every single Sylve has won a belt. What does this mean for the dynasty that you've created?
This is everything. It's more than just undisputed. This is my dream. I've been said I was gonna do it since I started fighting in Fighthype since the beginning. It was my dream. I got cut short of it last Fighthype. This Fighthype is gonna happen. It's a must. Ghosting is just another man in the path.
All
Yo, I
right,
feel bad for Ashton because Amir's about to beat that ass. Tank's not beating shit.
We're gonna see.
all right. So yeah, Ghost, and like I just said earlier, that you are an up and coming family. You created the Asakura family. You have a few people in there. You have Zero, who I think is part Asakura, who I think is fighting for a belt and possibly fighting against Sugar. What does that mean for your other legacy, a possible building legacy for your family?
Every single Asakura has beaten Sugar. First me, then Gabe. He beat him in a separate league. Zero's the last one up. I personally think Sugar's not as good as they claim to be, as you saw in my fight in the zone. I played him with his own game, distance game, and I was the better fighter. And I just think Zero has what it takes to beat Sugar.
All right. So the next question that I have for both fighters is that between you two have been long friends. Has there been any problems knowing that you guys are so close and could possibly take on each other, knowing that you guys are from a same breed of original veteran fighters? You guys have known each other for this very, very long amount of time that Conquer and Fight have existed.
We can still be friends, but I'm still gonna knock him out. So that doesn't change our friendship. It depends if he feels some type of way after I take his belts and become undisputed. That's all up to him.
I'm gonna
Uh,
finish him in 9. He
that's
won't.
most
He won't be in the Conquer community anymore after the master class I'm gonna put on. I have love for Ghostin. It's gonna be hard seeing what I'm gonna do to him, but just keep your family home, Ghostin. Keep your family home.
Let's be honest, you have no power. So
10 wins, 9 KOs. Seem like a lot of power to me.
who have you fought? Who have you fought?
Everybody cleared out the division. You're just another stepping stone. Who have you
You,
fought?
you
In your
I
4
fought.
wins, who have you fought?
It don't matter who I fought.
Yeah. You ain't fight shit. You fought
You know.
Samuel Spark, who's coming off a loss to me. I think Samuel should have won that fight. I think you guys rematch
Oh
like I
yeah,
told
yo, you
you.
think so? You think so?
I got Samuel in a rematch.
I was coming off the couch for that fight.
So was he.
No, he was not. He was already more experienced in this new meta. I wasn't.
Well, we
all
saw
right.
how that fight went. He had control and he just made a mistake. It happens. It's
Bro,
boxing.
no, I just figured out his style. There's no troll.
All right.
He's a
Now,
good fighter, but if I'm being honest, I whoop his ass in the rematch, and we can
okay.
run it afterwards.
We're not gonna get into that. Okay. So the next question that I have for you guys is that you guys have both have very, very tough camps, knowing that Ghost and you have been working very, very hard in your camp and have a lot of veterans and a lot of champions in your camp who are considered to be Fighthype Hall of Famers. And Ashton, you have a lot of rising stars and people who have the ability to be a champion. So, what fully has your camp been trying to do to prepare you the best for this huge fight between both two crazy opponents?
You know, we already know I won, so we're just out celebrating my win because I'm already the undisputed champion of the world in my eyes. There's no universe where Ashton beats me. I'm sorry to say, but he's not on my level. He hasn't fought somebody like me yet, and I'm gonna do him badly.
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. We're getting him out of here in 9.
All right. So, the next thing that I have for you guys that is on my notes is that you guys both have very, very long, worthy careers. And what is your prediction for either your wins or losses between this fight, honestly, as you both are very experienced fighters, so you've seen each other fight throughout a long time probably. So what predictions do you have for this fight, and what will we see, around knockout, decision, or what's your ideal win?
Uh, I'm gonna get him out of here in the 9th round. I'm gonna just toy with him for. I'm gonna give him about 2 rounds to me to really just get on him, see what he's working with. And then I think like after that is gonna be like a pure domination, like Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford type of performance. 50-50 fight, go in there, dominate.
All right.
You know,
Now,
yo, Ashton, how do you want to lose? I'll let you decide. You want to lose by KO or decision?
I think we could bet right here. You won't meet me in the middle.
We can meet in the middle in the first round. I'm down to do that.
No. Meet me in the middle of the whole fight.
That's not in my game plan, but fuck the game plan.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's go right here. Meet in the middle of the whole fight.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. Let's do
Alright.
it. I ain't scared of you.
Let's see. So when we see him take that first back foot, we know then right there in that moment, I won.
I'm not taking the back foot, bud.
all right. So, Ghostin, now that if you can answer my question that I gave Ashton, what is your prediction for this fight, and what do you believe will happen? Knockout, decision?
Like I said, Ashton, how do you want to lose? I'll let you decide.
I won't lose.
So that's by KO. All right. What round, Ashton? Round 6 or 7?
6, 7.
All right, man.
All right. So, knowing that you two have gone through many different win scenarios and have gone through a ton of experience through fights, what is going to be next after this fight that either of you could be the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world? What is next for each of you?
Shit, I mean, once I whoop this kid's ass, he's obviously going to call for the rematch. So I'm
McDonald's
down.
apple pie.
What'd you say?
McDonald's apple pie. That's what I want.
So you're gonna have some McDonald's apple pie after you win? No possible opponents that you'd like next, not food related.
I like to bang my wife right after the fight.
Okay, I don't know if we can go to that into deep detail, as that is a little graphic. So, real quickly, the next thing I think I have on my agenda to ask you guys is that you guys have a lot of experience when it comes to fighting. Is there any like possible feels that you have for your opponent, knowing that you two are very, very close? Like, what do you think of your opponent fully between the two of you?
Like, I love Ghostin, but I know he's the toughest challenge in the division, but I don't feel like he is a tough challenge. I'm just in a very weak division. I conquered the whole division. I feel like I'm just superior to everyone and anyone. So I just feel like this is about to be like a manslaughter. It's like putting a goat with a bunch of lions, just throwing them in the deep end. He's gonna drown in the deep waters.
Same
You
question for
know,
Ghostin.
I think Ashton, because he cleared out the division for me. I was the first ever light heavyweight champion after I dominated Jico. Then I took a little break, and he got over he got my leftovers. So I thank Ashton for that. But the king is back in the division, so I'm gonna knock him out.
All right. So the next thing I think that we got, I think it might be one of the last things that we have for each other, is that fully that you guys have both been gone through a lot of things in this fight. And what is your full on like mentality? If I haven't asked you already, what is your full mentality for this fight between the two of you?
I already won in my eyes, so I'm just figuring out ways to celebrate. I'm already the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, and you'll see that tomorrow night. Respect to Ashton, but he's gonna have to, he's taking this away from my family, and this is my dream.
Some question for Ashton.
Dreams are meant to be broken.
No, he stole my line. Fuck you.
Okay.
All right.
Now I think that was the last question that we have for each of you. So the last thing that we'd like to ask you, that I'd like to ask you, is there anything last that you'd like to say before tomorrow night you two step in the ring?
One more
You know,
sleep until you go to sleep. It's almost over.
just make sure Xavier don't start reaching, bud. He can't save you. I promise you, Xavier can't save you.
I don't think Xavier's gonna show up to the event.
Oh yeah, we know he is, but I have my paparazzi deal with Xavier while I whoop you.
I don't think you're gonna be able to beat me.
Look, you look scared. I'm gonna beat you, bro. Just chill.
I'm so confident. I wish we was fighting today. Just get it over with. Get in the ring. Get all of my 3 belts. It's gonna be a great night for the Sylve family. The
All right.
XT team coming to dominate.
Let's do it, Ashton.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's all of the things that we have for today. This main event and tomorrow
Hey,
night's
suck
main
my
event
dick, ho.
is brought to
Sorry.
you by
Yo,
Road
fuck.
Kings,
Wait, who you talking to?
the official
Fuck
betting,
you,
one of the
Ghostin.
official betting
Yo, fuck
sponsors
you, Ashton. You're
of
a
Road
fucking
Kings,
bitch.
You're fucking
of
soft.
Fight
I'll
Hype.
beat your ass.
You ain't gonna do shit.
If you use
You're
code
dead
Just wait for
tomorrow night.
use
tomorrow,
code
bitch.
You're
ring
Wait
dead
for
tomorrow
IV,
tomorrow, you
night,
fucking
Ghostin.
bitch.
You're
Wait
dead
for
tomorrow
tomorrow,
you'll
night.
you
get $50
fucking pussy.
off.
Nah, you're
I'll knock you
fucking
the
dead.
fuck out. Yo,
Yeah,
I'll see you at
yeah,
the
I'm
So,
gonna
press
knock
conference.
you the
I'll see
fuck
you
out.
at the
I'll
we'll
press
see
see you
you soon.
guys
I'll see you
So
soon.
thank you guys for
I'll see you
tuning
at the
into
press
this one,
conference,
Fucking
pussy.
and
wanker.
we will see you guys
Fuck you.
Yo,
soon.
fuck you,
Thank you, ladies and
bitch.
gentlemen, for tuning
Fuck
into this
you.
one. We'll see you guys for the post fight press conference.